Hi, and welcome to Queen's Journey. This is the episode of Queen's Life Platinum Nuggets. And today's Platinum Nugget is change happens in the moment. So I did two short videos, part one and part two, talking about how change happens in a moment. And in those videos, I talked about, or I gave the example in part two, how change happens in a moment is when you recognize that you're doing something that you want to change, that you see as a bad habit, and it's something that you want to change, something that your soul is showing you, like, hey, it's time to evolve from this. And so when that happens, we usually judge ourselves because we keep doing the same thing. And change doesn't come from that. First of all, it's first coming into the awareness that, hey, this is something that I need to change. And then when you find yourself doing that thing that needs to change, not judging it and making a choice in that moment to do something different. So, whatever that is that your soul is showing you. In the part two of that video, I shared about me taking walks and never, the word I used was never wanting to bring my kids with me. Let me just correct that, because it's never is not the word that I would use. I would say often when I'm going on my walks, I don't want them to come with me, because that's usually like my meditation time, that's my quiet time, that's my time for me to get out in nature and hear. And so when my son asked me to go on a walk with me on Saturday, I said no, but my soul showed me, and it's deeper than just the walks for me. Like, in my journey, I often always, like when I'm going somewhere, I always, not always, I often, when my kids ask, like, oh, can I come? I'm like, no. And I've been doing that for a long time. And it's something that I've noticed within myself that I do that I want to change, because I recognize the why behind the no. When they're asking to go for me, it's because I feel like, man, I'm always miming, like I just want to get away, I just want to escape. So no, this is my time, I need this time. No, you can't come, I'm going to the store. No, you can't come, I'm going, just make a run somewhere. No, stay here, I'll bring it back to you, let me just go by myself. That has been my energy for a long time. And me understanding and recognizing that part of my energy when it comes to that is me wanting to escape, having an escape of being a mom. And I'm pretty sure a lot of moms can relate. But for me, it was like I wasn't enjoying it. So that was my escape, it wasn't in a good flow of energy. It wasn't like that, oh, like I'm being present with being a mom and I'm enjoying it, but I need my escape. Mine was, I'm not being present with being a mom. I am not enjoying it and I want to escape. So that's two different types of energy. So I gave that background story because in my no, I recognize, like, man, I want to start enjoying being a mom. I want to be more present with my kids. Yes, it's okay for me to need an escape, but the escape that I was wanting was not healthy for me in my relationship, in growing with my kids, and building with my kids. It wasn't healthy for me. So my soul came to show me, like, hey, this is something that you're doing. And it's in those moments, like, I'm like, okay, I want to change it. I have the desire to change because my soul has now placed it there. I have that desire to change. But how does change happen? I'm not just going to wake up and automatically start saying, oh yeah, come with me, y'all, let's go. Come with me to the store. Come with me on my walk. come with me, come with me, come with me. No, you're not just going to wake up and do that. You're going to I still wake up and say, when they ask me, I say no. And then it's in that moment that I catch myself, and two things can happen. Either I can embrace the moment of change and say, oh, you know what, come on. Or I can continue to lean into my old habit. My no, you can't come. I want to go by myself. So that's something that now I'm more gentle with myself on, and I'm recognizing it more. Whereas before I was judging it a lot. So in with me doing the life golden nugget moments on my short videos, I'm gonna do these short videos of just kind of going deeper into how I apply those life nuggets that I've learned. Platinum, let me say it right, Queen's Platinum Life Nuggets. So how I apply those to my life, because we have lots of information out here where, you know, people share stuff with us, but they don't really share how they apply it to their life. So I always say, like, man, I wish, or when I'm seeing stuff, or like people who inspire me, I'm always like, man, I wish they would go a little deeper into that. And a lot of times, for them to go a little deeper into it, you have to pay for it, you know, and everybody can't afford to do that. So I just want to be the change that I want to see. And so that's how I want to create my channel, by just not only talking about the knowledge and wisdom and platinum nuggets that I'm receiving on my journey, and how it's you know, how it's like, how, what is the word I'm looking for, how, like, not giving you the information like, hey, this is a life golden nugget and that's it. Kind of going deeper into and explaining how those nuggets have helped me on my journey, and how I'm learning and growing by applying those things. Like, what does that action look like? So I just, you know, want to be, like I said, that change that I want to see in the world. I want to be that, you know. I think Michael Jackson said it best. Change starts with us, like the man or the woman in the mirror. We oftentimes look and be like, oh, like, they don't have this in the world, or they don't have that. But what if you are that person who's supposed to bring that to the world? You know, so that's just, like I said, I just want to just follow my heart and do what I'm being guided to do. And although I know this is for me first, and it's really for my growing and evolving within my soul, is something that I need for me to just continue to grow in self-love and acceptance in all areas, without judgment, without fear. So doing these videos and doing this YouTube channel is really tackling all of those things that I have struggled with for a long time on my journey. So wheeling it back into what this short clip was about, it was about the life golden, come back. Not life golden nuggets. We changed it. Queen's Platinum Life Nugget of the day, and that was, change happens in the moment. And how does that happen? Is when you recognize that you're doing something that your soul has called you to grow and evolve from, that you look at as a bad habit, that you judge often. How change happens from that space to the next space that you want to be is by, in that moment, when the situation presents itself, you recognize that, hey, I do this all the time, but this is what I want to do. And making a choice to do the change that you want to see happen is in the moment. So, recap. My moment of applying was when my son asked me to go on a walk. 90% of the time, I would always say no. In that moment that he asked, I said no. I actually said no. But I listened to my intuition that said, hey, take him on a walk. And so I took him with me on that walk. And when I tell y'all, that was one of the most beautiful walks I have had. My son, he's 9. He talked to me the whole like we talked the whole time. And we talk all the time, but this conversation was just so deep for his little being of a self. You know, like it was just so beautiful. Like the first thing he asked me was, how is work going? And we just talked the whole time, and it was really nice. Shared some really nice gems with him, and he shared some with me, and it just was beautiful. So that is how change happened.